You're lying in bed. It's 2 a.m., and you're winning an argument that never happened. Perfect tone, perfect words, perfect expression. You dominate them. You silence them. You walk away superior. And then you start a new one. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Psychology doesn't say you're crazy. It says you're addicted to control. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand what your brain is really training you to become. You're not the only one. Here's something nobody tells you. While you're in the shower rehearsing a speech you'll never give, millions of people are doing the exact same thing. Right now, some are replaying a conversation from 3 years ago, finally saying what they should have said. Some are imagining a future version of themselves, confident, powerful, untouchable. And some are creating entire lives, different countries, different people, a version of themselves that doesn't even look like them. This isn't daydreaming. This is your brain running a simulation, and it's doing it for a reason. Simulation machine, sharper framing. Your brain is not harmlessly daydreaming. It is rehearsing power. Inside your mind is something called the default mode network, and the second the world goes quiet, it activates. It doesn't rest. It simulates. Conflict, revenge, victory. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real win and a fake one at 2 a.m. Same chemical reward, same dopamine spike. But here's the twist. Your ancestors rehearsed survival. You rehearse superiority. Instead of preparing for danger, you prepare for dominance. And your brain adapts to whatever you repeatedly feed it. The dark reward loop. Have you noticed something? In your fake arguments, you never lose. You never freeze. You never look stupid. You always win. Because your brain is rewarding you for it. Every imaginary victory trains your nervous system to feel powerful, without ever being brave. You get the emotional payoff of confrontation, without the risk of rejection. That's not confidence. That's synthetic dominance. And the more your brain gets used to synthetic wins, the harder real-world conflict feels. Revenge rehearsal. That moment when someone humiliated you. When you froze. When you said nothing, your brain replays it. This time you speak up. This time you destroy them. This time they regret it. It feels empowering. But empowerment isn't happening. Control is. Your brain is trying to regain control over a moment where you felt small. But here's the trap. Replaying it doesn't rewrite it. It just keeps the wound open and convinces you you're healing. You call it justice. Your nervous system calls it unfinished danger. When it becomes escape. For most people, this stays in the background. But for some, it escalates. The imaginary world becomes more rewarding than the real one. Why? Because in your head, you control the script. In reality, you don't. So your brain chooses the environment where it can win. That's not imagination anymore. That's avoidance wearing a fantasy costume. And your brain doesn't escape randomly. It escapes where it feels unsafe. The power misfire. This is the part no one talks about. If you do this frequently, it's not because you're weak. It's because you have a powerful brain. You can simulate, you can analyze, you can emotionally project outcomes. That's high cognitive ability. But high cognitive ability without emotional discipline becomes self-sabotage. A powerful brain without boundaries turns inward. And eventually, it starts manipulating you. The question isn't, why do I do this? It's, am I training my brain for reality or comfort? Take back control. You don't eliminate this ability. You discipline it. 1. Write it down. If your brain wants to simulate, let it finish, on paper. Force clarity. 2. Ask one brutal question. Is this preparation or avoidance? If it never leads to action, it's avoidance. 3. Time box the fantasy. 5 minutes. Then stop. Because power isn't winning in your head. Power is tolerating discomfort in real life. Your brain can build worlds, rewrite history, dominate imaginary opponents. But if all your victories happen in your head, you slowly train yourself to avoid real ones. You don't need to stop imagining. You need to stop hiding in it. And that shift, that's where real power starts.